Democrats will easily win the 2026 U.S. Senate race in the state of Georgia. In this case, Jon Ossoff, current Democratic senator from the state of Georgia, is up for re-election. This right here is the consensus map. This is before the true swing states have been called. Largely, this prediction agrees with my Senate prediction, aside from, in some instances, the state of Alaska, which I think is more favorable for the Democrats than the pollsters are realizing. But you may notice there are two states that are in the lean blue category that didn't start this way a couple months ago. They were in the toss-up column, and they're by nature swing states. But you probably have guessed those two states are North Carolina and Georgia. I already made a prediction or a video about why I think Democrats are well positioned to win the state of North Carolina for the Senate race, but I decided to make why Democrats are favored to win control of to win re-election for the Georgia Senate race in that state. So the state of Georgia isn't going to be a flip from red to blue, but it will be a crucial battleground state that Democrats have to hold on to if they want to have any hope of winning Senate majority. The consensus map doesn't even think that that really is possible, as Republicans already at 50 seats before the three true competitive toss-up states of Michigan, Ohio, and Maine have been called. So with this polling result, even if Democrats had won all three of the remaining seats, Michigan, Ohio, and Maine, it would still be a 50-50 Senate, and that would mean J.D. Vance would be the tie-breaking vote, at least for the rest of the Trump administration. But as far as Georgia goes, that state needs to go blue for Democrats to have any hope. Democrats would really have to figure out some inroad into either Iowa, Texas, or Alaska. Personally, I think Alaska is probably Democrats' best hope of those three. In many predictions, I've even called it for the Democrats. And with that state flipping, it could result in the United States Senate flipping from Republican to Democrat. I do think it will be narrow. I think it'll be narrow regardless of regardless of which party wins control. But as far as Georgia, this state, Jon Ossoff, he has a very strong fundraising game. He has pretty high approval rating for being in a state that is really half red, half blue. You would guess that at least half the state would always be disapproving of the Democratic senator, but in this case, he does well enough with independents and moderate Republicans. He was able to win 4 years ago, 6 years ago, and I think that he has got a very high likelihood of winning re-election. That will be a hold in the state of Georgia. And then it really will be it'll be up to Maine, Michigan, and Ohio, as well as, I would argue, Alaska, to determine which party will win control of the Senate. But right now, things are looking pretty good for Democrats in Georgia. We can also, the prediction markets, this state is, last I checked, was somewhere in the range of 70 to 80% locked in for the Democrat, Jon Ossoff. And I think if the prediction markets are that confident about it, I think that is part of the reason why the polling results for this consensus map also have Democrats in the lean blue column. But that is going to be the state of Georgia. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.